Gemini, welcome to my channel, Towers Tarot. And today I'll be doing a general read for the zodiac signs, Geminis. Geminis, what's going on? I pre-shuffled your cards, and this is what I came up with. All right, Gemini. So off the back, what I'm seeing over here is we got the Four of Cups and we got the Eight of Cups right here. Okay, it seems like there's a situation that's just not working for you anymore. There is some type of person that's offering you a cup on and off, on and off. So there's some kind of relationship that you're in that you could be in and out of. Okay. But it seems like Gemini is like with the Eight of Cups, it's like you're trying to walk away from this and you're trying to walk away from this for good, okay? Because what I'm noticing over here, there's something different about Geminis, is that you want to start pouring into your own cup. Geminis, you're realizing that everybody that you're dealing with from the relationship to the next relationship, it seems like it's not fulfilling. It seems like those relationships never pour back into you, okay? Or vice versa. Put the shoe where it fits, okay? Now, what I noticed, Geminis, this takes what resonates, leave what doesn't. This is not all Geminis I'm talking about, but there's Geminis that cannot properly do the healing once they leave a relationship. Even if it's you're at fault for leaving a relationship, you guys just jump into another one. So you got one leg in one relationship and you got the next in the other relationship, okay? Some of you just can't stand to be single for not even 1 minute. You can't. You just can't be single for 1 minute. But in this case, it's a little bit differently, okay? This case, I see that you want to finally start pouring into yourself with that Temperance card, Gemini. Yeah, good job, Gemini. That's what you should be doing. Because everybody, I tell all the other signs the same thing. There's gonna be no better love in your life than that self-love. Okay, that self-love, it will prepare you for the eternal love of your life that comes in. Okay, because you're gonna know how you want to be treated, and that person is gonna respect you enough to know how to treat you. Okay, with that Temperance card, that is the best healing. That is the best love. Is self-love. Okay, all right. So moving on, right? We got this Ace of Cups over here. I'm going to need to get this clarification because it seems like there's somebody that you're passionate about or there's someone that's passionate about you, okay? All right, and this is somebody from your past, okay? This is probably the person that you're not taking a cup from. This is the person that you had an on and off relationship, right? And you guys had lots of fights. You guys probably had a lot of physical fights, a lot of mental abusive fights, or a lot of verbal fights, okay? And you guys could probably bring your families into it or bring friendships into this connection, okay? But I see that there was a lot of tension with this person. This person is someone that you looked at with the Ace of Cups. Either they looked at you that way or you looked at them that way. So they looked at you like as the end-all be-all, Gemini. Yeah, so with this connection, you know, you run to your friends a lot, okay, with that Six of Cups. You ask them for advice. Now, Gemini, this is something I want to tell you. Need to do what's best for you. Why would you want your friends to tell you how to live your life? Why would you want your friends to intervene in your relationship, antagonizing your... There's friends that are haters, Gemini, and they don't want to see what's best for you. They're going to give you sometimes the worst advice purposely so that they can see your relationship fail, okay? Even though you could know it's possibly a solid relationship, they want to see you fail. Friends could listen. Friends could be your biggest enemies, these so-called friends. So you got to watch out who you keep in your circle. Even the ones you think you could trust the most, those are the ones that you got to watch out the most for, Gemini. So at the end, you also have a tendency, you could probably watch a lot of tarot videos, just like you're doing now with that Three of Pentacles. You could go to tarot readers and you could probably try to get information, not just on the person that you were dealing with, but any future potential lovers. Because Geminis, you always want to know what's next. Who's next? What's next for Gemini? So let's clarify that Three of Pentacles for you, Gemini. Yeah. Geminis, you need to do that self. You need to do that self-loving right there. And what they're telling you is something that you don't like to hear. All right. If you're asking about any specific person in the past that you broke up that you would like to have a rekindling with, they're not giving you the best of news with that. Okay. So just keep in mind that you're gonna be the information that they're gonna give you. You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like what you're hearing. Okay. And if you're looking for any future potentials, they're going to say, yeah, it's going to go good in the beginning, but then it's going to fall apart just like your past relationships, right? Because there's something missing. There's something missing in your life, Gemini, that is either you're never content, you're never satisfied in a relationship. The slightest thing could just irk you and you could just ready to jump ship off of any slight thing. This is why it's important to do a lot of self-eternal healing. It is. It's extremely important, Gemini. Now, Geminis, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And you'll realize if you listen to that hard, tough advice, that's the advice that's going to get you through life better, easier, Let's look into your future now. All right. We got the Page of Swords. All right. We got some young energy over here. You could be working toward your finances in the future. All right. Let's get a few more cards for Gemini. Let's get a few more cards for Gemini. Ooh, okay. We got Lovers over here. So what did I say? You do the eternal work. What's going to come? Your true lover, a soulmate. All right, we got the Three of Wands. Get two more cards for Gemini. Get two more cards for Gemini. All right, one more card for Gemini. One more card so we get this ball rolling, baby. Okay. Now, what I see here is we got air sign energy, we got earth sign energy. So these people could be in your future, someone younger. And then we got someone that's more established, okay, with that King of Pentacles. That's also Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. And then we got your own sign right here. We got Gemini, we got Libra, we got Aquarius, okay? Now, you could have two new suitors in your future, okay? You can have two new suitors. And one of them you're going to look at more as your soulmate connection, okay? So let's get a clarification for your lovers right here. Gemini, let's get a clarification for the Lovers for Gemini. And then that's your sign. That's your card right there too, Gemini, the Lovers. All right. So with the Page of Cups, there is a decision you're going to have to make, okay? There is one that's sticking out to you that you like, okay? So if you're into someone that has more finance, you're probably going to go with that earth sign right there. Could be a Taurus, okay? If not, you could be interested. Someone about the younger energy is more spontaneous. If you're more of an outgoing person, that person is gonna match your energy more, Gemini. Yeah, it's like you've been sort of like waiting for these ships, even while you were in a relationship. You were still waiting on that ship. You were still waiting for your Prince Charming to come sweep you off your feet. All right, Gemini. But what I'm seeing here is like, for some reason, why does it seems like you start shutting down for some reason. You start being more closed off. You're getting more rest. Let's get a clarification with that Four of Swords for Gemini. Let's get a clarification with that Four of Swords for Gemini. What is that Four of Swords indicating for Gemini? Come on. Okay. All right. And let's get a clarification for that Two of Swords. One more clarification for that Two of Swords. All right. So, yeah. So what happened is, right, there's a decision you're going to need to make, okay? With Three of Wands, with this Eight of Wands, there's a decision you're going to have to make quick with these two signs, okay? Because once you find out that one of them is your lover, okay, but you might like the energy of the other one a little bit better, there's going to be a decision that you're going to have to make, okay? You're going to have to pick one of these offers. You seem like you're closing off, but one of these offers you're definitely going to have to pick. This is a soulmate connection now, Gemini. This is someone that, is probably going to be in your life for a long time unless you sabotage that, all right? And from what I'm seeing here, sabotaging comes second to none, all right, Gemini? So there is a love offer coming, and it's not just any love offer. This is a soulmate connection, Gemini. So you're going to have to make a decision. You're going to have to pick, right? And you're not going to have enough time, right, with both. You're going to spend a little time, yes, but there's going to have to be a rapid decision. For whatever reason, you'll find out when that time comes that the decision is going to have to be rapid before you make that choice. Okay, Geminis? So, Geminis, that was your read. Have a good one.